Hello and welcome to today's video. Today, President Joe Biden gave his first press conference, and I went over it and pulled out some highlights and some notes and wanted to summarize it for my community. I'm not going to give any kind of opinion on this. I'm just going to go through some of the main things that he talked about, some quotes, and then you guys will know what he talked about today. So today marks President Biden's 64th day in office, and this was his first press conference. President Biden has doubled his vaccination goal from 100 million vaccinations in 100 days to 200 million vaccinations in 100 days. He said it's a big goal, but he thinks it can be done. Biden shared how his goal is to get children back into school, being taught in person 5 days a week, also by that 100th day in office. He mentioned how about half the schools around the country are back with a teacher teaching in person. President Biden announced that when it comes to the border situation, the Pentagon is moving 5,000 beds and will make those available in El Paso, Texas, to receive migrants. He said the problem stemming from the lack of beds on the border rests solely on former President Donald Trump, who did not have enough beds at the border. When it comes to children at the border, Biden said he plans to take them in. When it comes to deporting them back to their own country, he said he's not going to do it. He's just not going to do it. Biden said children coming to the border without parents shows just how desperate they must be to get into the United States of America. Biden said if a child shows up at the border, he's not going to tell the child to starve to death and stand on the other side. Only one administration did that, and that was the Trump administration. Biden said no immigrants are coming to the border to get in because they think I'm a nice guy. It's because the weather is good right now. This happens every year, but I don't think it's because they think I'm a good guy. He then briefly talked about assigning Vice President Kamala Harris to head up the border situation. President Biden was asked about the filibuster. He said if Republicans keep forcing everything to have 60 votes to pass, then he is in favor of changing the filibuster rules. Biden said he felt the filibuster was being abused and said it was a Jim Crow relic. Biden admitted that he is having a hard time uniting Congress, but felt that he had succeeded at uniting the country. When asked about gun control and the shootings this past week, Biden said it's not a priority for him right now. He really wants to focus on the infrastructure bill and will address guns at a later time. President Biden said he plans to run for president in the year 2024. He said he expects Vice President Kamala Harris will remain his running mate. Biden said he will talk more about his large infrastructure spending bill during his visit this coming Friday to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. President Biden said this new infrastructure bill must be passed in order to compete and create higher paying jobs. He said the United States needs the best airports and railroads and ports if they are to compete on a global level. On the topic of Republicans, Biden said, my Republican colleagues are going to have to determine whether we can work together or whether they will decide to divide the country and only pursue the politics of division. President Biden was asked about the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan in May, as was promised. He said that probably wouldn't be possible, but he said hopefully by 2022, as they work with other countries and U.S. allies. When asked about China, President Biden said that he had spoken with the president of China, Xi Jinping, and said that he does not have a democratic bone in his body, as he talked about holding China accountable to follow the rules. He's one of the people like Putin who thinks autocracy is the wave of the future. Biden said he will not let China become the economic leader of the world on his watch. When asked about North Korea firing missiles and whether they were a threat, Biden said he will respond if and when a situation escalates. Well, this is a summary from the President of the United States' first speech, and hope you enjoyed that. It was just over an hour long, taking questions from the press. I hope you have a great rest of your day.